for the microphone. Coach Lorenzo, Javier Rodriguez, Fan Network TV. Some minutes ago, the coach of Paraguay praised two things in Colombia. First, that your team, jointly with Argentina's side, are the favored ones for this Copa America, and that Colombia was superior. But I want to ask a bit about what happened when Colombia didn't have ball possession. Did it find difficulties with the game plan proposed? What is your take on that time? Allow me to see if I understand your question, because with that position, with the ball position, we feel more comfortable. So when we don't have it, we try to recover it. I don't think we were struggling that much then, but when we lost some of the balls after our kicks, and sometimes the players were saying that the ball was not bouncing, that the ball was not carrying well. Well, we mentioned that the sod was planted some days ago, and that underneath it you still have the artificial turf. That is weird, but in short passes or in the goal kicks, they reached the second balls, and that complicated us because they went behind the wing backs, and we know that is complicated because they play deep in Colombia. We are not surprised because we know the quality of Paraguay's player, but I think we deserved to win. It was a fair victory. Coach, congratulations for the victory. You already shared with us what we need to improve, but what would you highlight today from your national team? Did you receive a first report for a medical report for Lukumi? What happened with him? Well, apparently it is not something serious, but we need to see the evolution. And what was the second part? What is the thing that you like the most? Well, I like some things very much, and I always try to share that with them. And maybe I'm wrong, but it always looks as if we are losing 4-0. We need to be more balanced, more calm. We told them that in the halftime we were winning 2-0, but our instruction was to continue doing what we're doing best. Maybe it is my fault, and I have to correct that. They really listen to me, but sometimes what makes me happy makes me angry then. But it is a team that is working really well. We continue to create opportunities. We had clear chances, even more than the first half, and we were not able to see the net. And it was a battle. It was a battle waged between Warriors and our players measured up. We know Paraguay is a squad, and in essence, not only a squad, but every Paraguayan player is a warrior, and we tried to be at their level and to perform well. Cristian Maruno from Radio, congratulations. And I want to ask about Lerma's goal. On the first shot in the camera, you nodded, you showed some satisfaction, and was it set play? And were you surprised where the Paraguayans were standing in the line, in the area that they were pressuring? Well, no, I wasn't surprised because I expected that high pressure from the beginning. But what can I say about Lerma's goal? Well, James is very skillful with the ball, has great control. We always practice set-asides. You can do well or not, but they were marking in a zone, and the idea was to win the position right there. And if the ball reaches you, you can maybe touch it and put it in the back of the net. And Lerma is a great jumper. We always practice set-asides. Licha Duran for ESPN Colombia, coach. Congratulations, 24 and counting. I know that this is a group, but I want to ask about two players in particular. First, in preparatory days, we were asking about who was going to play as a right fullback. And maybe the most irregular position, not because of a poor performance, but because there's like great competition for that position of a left fullback. How do you see Mojica today? He lost several balls today, and you were explaining that the ball was maybe not rolling well. And about Luis Diaz, how can we seize his skills on the left flank? Mojica, to me, had a great match. And sometimes the ball was stopping a bit too much. And when you have little space and the pressure is done well, as in Paraguay's case, speed and precision is essential. And I think we were lacking in those areas a little bit. And when we did well, we found the right counterattacks. But yes, the guys were complaining that the ball was not rolling well. It was stopping a little bit. And Lucho is great in 1v1s, and he created very nice plays. He could not finish some of them, but he dribbled, he chipped it, and we have to enjoy him. And the goal will come. Thank God we won, and I have no doubt that he will score a match-winning goal. Jaime Vinas for Telepacífico en Candela 101.9 Bogotá. Two details that are not minor details. When we see John Hanners, your assistant was talking to Carlos Cuesta, the player went back to the field, they asked for the replacement, and then you sent in Jerry Mina. And what made you decide that? And to me, this is the first time in your cycle where the Colombian team is showing reiterated mistakes in the goal kicks. Do you think that was created by the high pressure line of Paraguay, or is it an excess or an overconfidence after winning 2-0? I think it's a bit of both, but we have to be more dynamic. Yes, when you are pressured in that area, you have to pass firmly, and sometimes you have to break the lines with vertical passes. And as to the center backs, well, he spoke with one, and I asked them both to warm up. I was assessing sides and flanks and how the match. Your surname is Mina as well? Dina. Okay, Dina. Well, we chose Jerry, and I think he did well. He had a great match. Coach Lorenzo, congratulations. Thank you for the victory, Eduardo Luis from Win Sports. I wanted to ask about the first goal. In my social media, I said that to me it is a goal by Lorenzo. I wanted to ask about that movement by James, because that came from the two outer bounds. And did you give James that leeway? But James and Dani Munoz, right? Well, but there was a side switching, right? But he's always ready. and willing to go there. And he's always fast and he reads the game. He gets to the right position. At some point, I was saying, please, don't go that far because we need to have better possession to stay a little bit back. But when you have a player that appears there, well, you want to cross the ball for them, but sometimes he's too alone. But this player is delivering for us, and he marks and he defends and he attacks, and we're very happy with the moment he's having, and he's playing very well in the Premier League as well. One more question, if you'll allow me. On the game plan and the goals. Coach, you were saying that sometimes the team was showing an attitude as if they were winning 4-0. Do you think that to them it's very important or not, the quantity of scored goals? Are you worried about that it ended 2-1? Well, no, thank God it ended 2-1. It is a tough match, and Paraguay has great players. We opened the spread in the first half, and then it was more even. We had our chances, they had their chances, but it was a difficult match, and we are pleased with the result. For the performance of the team as well, but there's always room for improvement. Hopefully, we'll have a quick feedback and start thinking about Costa Rica. That will also be a tough opponent. Coach Pablo Mero of The Athletic. I wanted to ask not only about the quality of the pitch, but also the size. It is pretty small. Dorival in Brazil mentioned it affects the game plan of his team. Do you have any thoughts on that? Yes. They are very narrow. I think 100 by 63. The throw-ins would reach the penalty box. So I think I could throw it in there, and I'm not strong. Most of the players are used to play in wider and longer fields, and that makes it easier for the team that is pressuring. Coach, good afternoon. Alex Vanegas, Acción Centroamérica. Congratulations on the victory. All the national teams and coaches agree that Colombia is one of the teams that is arriving at the best situation to this tournament. How do you manage the locker room as one of the favorites to be title holders? Well, the players are very focused. They are very humble. They know that this is a game-by-game situation, that today we had a tough match and they prevailed, and they know what's the right direction and what to do, and the most important match is the next match. Hi, Coach. Congratulations for the victory of Oscar Rivera for Cuervo Bogotá and the Huila. First, Richard Rios, how do you assess his match and why did you choose him for this match? Second, what was the tactical strategy for the additional minutes? What was the message for them when I think the pace went a little bit down? Richard, well, he had a good performance in the training sessions. He's a strong player. He breaks away well. He has good ball control. Of course, many things to improve as well. I don't think he has reached his ceiling at all. I think he will continue to grow and to deliver. And as to the second half, not the additional minutes, the second half, the halftime pep talk was on the dynamic, and we will reanalyze it. Sebastián Muñoz Escobar for Independencia Hispana de Selección, Chilean outlet. You mentioned these and your colleague from Paraguay as well. Colombia is one of the best teams in the run-up to the tournament. Do you like that nickname? Do you like being the favorite title contender? Because it could have an impact. Do you like that weight on your shoulders? Well, we don't see it as a weight or a burden. We tell the players that we might be doing something well, that we have to continue on this path, that it is that we have to take pride in being considered candidates, but that we only have to focus on the next match, the next ball. I think that the level of illusion in the fans or their hopes, it's appreciation for what they have been doing. It's not a pressure for the next matches. I think it's the best way to manage the locker room, their mindset, and they are not taking anything for granted. We thank everyone that tells us we are the favorites, but we think that many teams can win this cup. Last question. Coach Nestor Lorenzo, Jair Moná, a Deporte Internacional. Congratulations on your victory. So the room for improvement would have to do with more continuity with the ball. And Luis Diaz, Lucho, always say that you tell him to go one-on-one, but at times it looks as if instead of teaming up with his teammates, he goes individually, and probably because of a level of anxiousness. Is that the right or a valid reading? That is your reading, your analysis. He always plays in the way he plays, he delivers well, and he contributes a lot to the national team, and I am really pleased with his performance. Oh, about the continuity, yeah. Not continuity. It wasn't a perfect match, and we did not dominate the ball at all time. This will happen in this tournament. I saw that in every match, except the match of the USA against Bolivia. There were no great spreads, and even the teams that were dominated in the first match were able to revert that in the second half. Sorry, the first half reverted that in the second half. It's not easy, guys. Okay, we finalized the conference here. Thank you very much.